Hello, everybody.
Are you Kristen Good?
That's me.
It's the state of Kansas versus Kristen Lee Pauline Good. It's case number 22 TR 1022. Devin Canfield appears for the state. Ms. Good from the jail Zoom location. It does appear that there was a failure to appear, leading to a bench warrant bond forfeiture order stemming from your failure to appear in Judge Webster's court on March the 11th, 2024. You were present when that court date was set, and you didn't appear for it.
I was.
Why?
I called the courthouse, and I called them that morning around 10 o'clock and asked them, hey, or during the court date, I asked them, why didn't I get the email? Because usually you get the email with the Zoom invite. I was not able to find that. And when I called my representation, who is Brian Patterson,
Patterson.
Yeah, sorry. I spoke to his secretary, and she said that there was some miscommunication with what my email address had been, and I had apparently given my email address to a temporary court clerk prior to that. It's my fault. I went ahead and turned myself in because I wasn't sure how to, amend that.
Well, we need to get you back on a docket with Judge Webster.
Okay, I was also, when I spoke to Mr. Patterson, he informed me that I should request today to plead no contest now, if that's possible. And I would be willing to waive my right to an attorney. I was hoping to hear from the DMV with some paperwork, but that's not going to happen. And I can't guarantee you that I can make it to another court date because I've moved far out. I don't want this. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I don't want this to happen again. I would rather just plead no contest, since there's been so much difficulty.
I see the state did eventually file formal charges, it would appear.
You're driving unsuspended?
I see the summons. Was there a long form complaint done in this case?
Your Honor, I have the summons as well with the charges. I don't appear to have that information or complaint in my system.
All right, your charges are, Ms. Good, driving on roadways lane for traffic, driving in the right lane required in an infraction in count 1. Count 2, driving while license is suspended or canceled, a Class B misdemeanor. Count 3, circumvention of an ignition interlock, a Class A misdemeanor. You do have the right to legal counsel, you know that. It's my understanding that you wish to now knowingly waive your right to an attorney in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there a waiver of counsel form that can be presented to her?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's an advisory in that written document that I want you to read. I want to make sure you fully understand what you're doing here.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And go ahead and sign the form if it is your intention to waive legal counsel and the advice of an attorney and proceed on your own. That's what you want to do.
Well, the reason I want to do this, or I had asked Brian Peterson, who is my counsel.
Darren Patterson, you mean?
Patterson, yeah, sorry. He said that this is the fastest way I could get home because I have a job to keep and other things. Is there going to be an underlying sentence that I need to serve?
There will almost certainly be an underlying sentence. The issue will be whether you're going to have to serve any more time on that sentence or not.
Yes.
And I'm not going to make some deal with you in advance.
No. I don't want a deal. I just trying to make sure I understand. Today is
She's signed it, Your Honor.
All right, very well. would appear from the officer's representation at the jail that the defendant in this case has, despite the fact that counsel had previously been appointed, she's knowingly waived her right to an attorney and she wishes to proceed on her own. Before I take a plea, I need to make sure you're aware of the possible penalties for the offenses that you are facing in this case. The infraction violation is punishable by up to a $500 fine. Count two, driving while your license is suspended or canceled, is punishable by a minimum fine of $100 and a maximum fine of $1,000 and at least 5 days in the county jail and up to 6 months in the county jail. Count three, circumvention of an ignition interlock device is a Class A misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in the county jail and up to a $2,500 fine or both. Do you understand these things?
I do.
All right. How do you wish to plead in this case?
I wish to plead no contest, Your Honor.
Very well. You understand that with a no contest plea, you're not admitting you did these things, but you're also not contesting being convicted just the same. You understand that?
I do.
All right. Mr. Canfield, I trust the state's evidence would show that this took place April 11 of 2022. Where in Butler County did it happen?
Your Honor, the defendant was stopped on I-35 northbound mile marker 83 in Butler
Very well.
County.
And I'll take judicial notice that that is in Butler County. And at that time, I presume the state's evidence would show that she failed to drive in the right lane
Yes, Your Honor.
and that her driving privileges were suspended at the time.
And that the Department of Revenue had sent out a suspension notice on July 16th of 21.
And that she is required to have an ignition interlock device, and this vehicle was not properly equipped with it. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court finds that there is a factual basis for each offense. Defendant's been made aware of the possible penalties. This does appear to be a free and voluntary act on her part. Is it your intention then to enter a no contest plea and accept conviction for these three offenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the pleas of no contest and finds the defendant guilty of the roadway lane violation in count one, the driver's license suspension in count two, and count three, circumvention of the ignition interlock. We'll proceed to sentencing at this time, Mr. Canfield. What are the state's recommendations?
Thank you, Your Honor. In count one, the state would recommend the scheduled fine of $75. In count two, a fine of $100 with a 4-month underlying. And in count three, a $250 fine, a 6-month underlying concurrent to be suspended for a 12-month court services probation.
All right. Does the defendant have any recommendations or anything further you wish to say in mitigation of punishment here?
I'm not entirely sure I understand that last part.
Is there anything you wish to say to the court before I pronounce sentence?
Only that I apologize for dragging it out so long. I was hoping for more communication back from the DMV to prove that this was going on, but it seems as though I've just made a kind of a mess of not being able to make it here on time, and I'm just hoping to get that over with.
All right. Court will pronounce sentence at this time. For the infraction violation, the court imposes a $75 fine. Count two, $100 fine, 4-month controlling jail sentence. And on count three, the $250 fine and a 6-month controlling jail sentence concurrent with the time imposed on count two. Total controlling sentence in jail will be 6 months. Total fines equal $425, $108 in court costs for a total of $533. Ms. Good, dealing with the financial part first, how do you intend to take care of this?
I'm sorry.
$533.
$533. I have a small amount in savings, started payment plan and getting a job in Concordia, which is where I've relocated to, so that I will have family transportation and I won't have to drive anymore. I'll be able to walk to my job and then create a payment plan with Butler County Courthouse to slowly but surely make those payments.
What payment plan are you proposing?
I could do $100 a month. Or if you have a better number, I can make whatever you would choose work.
All right. Court does grant this defendant 12 months court service. Well, I'm going to make this a non-reporting probation at this point, Ms. Good. I don't see that supervision of you is really going to accomplish a whole lot. I would hope that this jail time that you've served has some sort of positive benefit on the way you approach things. And you have a 6-month jail sentence hanging over your head. I will make the 12 months non-reporting and require the defendant to pay a minimum of $100 a month on these obligations until paid in full. It's going to take you 6 months at that rate to get it all paid. If you miss any calendar month, and we're going to start these payments in April, if you don't pay the $100 minimum in any of these calendar months, the amounts will immediately become due, payable, and collectible. If this is sent out to a collection agency, you'll owe additional money. So don't let that happen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Make your payments or get it paid off so you don't have to worry about it.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, if you violate the law, particularly in Butler County, action can be taken on your sentence that way as well. As it is how long has she been in jail? Kristen, you know.
I just turned myself in today.
When? Okay.
This morning.
This morning. All right. Well, I hope it was unpleasant enough in this short stay that you don't want to return.
I'm good.
Okay. Make those payments and stay out of trouble.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
How are you going to get home?
I don't know yet.
You're sure not going to be driving?
No, I'm not. I sold my car. So that is not even a possibility anymore. I have a family friend. She dropped me off this morning. She might not be happy about it, but I can call her, and I have several other family members that could come and help me out.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and release you from the hold involved in this case at this time.
Thank you very much.
Remember that payment obligation, those payments are payable to the clerk of the District Court of Butler County, Kansas. At least $100 a month, starting with the calendar month of April, and every single month after that until you're paid in full.
I can
Okay.
do that.
All right. It's good. I hope I don't have to review your sentence in the future.
Well, at least I won't miss any more court dates.
Nope. Not at this point.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right. If there's
Your
nothing further, the Kristen Good matter will currently be in recess.
Your Honor, if I may quickly,
What's that?
2 things. Were those payments to be due on the first day of April and the
No.
first day of the month, or just
No.
by the end?
Anytime during the calendar month in which it's due.
Okay. And there was court-appointed counsel previously in this case. Is the court waiving attorney fees?
I am.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Court will waive legal fees previously incurred. The Good matter is now in recess.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.